Did you know that the band Blink-182 violated the Geneva Convention? A lot of people didn't know that until, of course, they saw the video from Half As Interesting. It did really well. And funny enough, we've actually seen that a really large number of video games have also violated the Geneva Convention. Now, when you think about the Geneva Convention, what do you think of? Well, you think of real horrendous stuff that happened in the First World War that, after a period of time, was no longer really happening as much. You think of the Geneva Convention being invoked in, let's just say, contemporary events where certain means of warfare are used that are against said convention. But there's actually quite a lot more to the Geneva Convention, and one important thing is the Red Cross.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, this can be a problem if you have things in your game, such as health packs, or in the case of Skullgirls, Valentine.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask anyone in, especially people like our age who grew up playing games in the 90s and stuff, what is health? People likely say stuff like, oh, well, that's red, that's the Red Cross, maybe a red kind of H or something like that, because we've seen so much of it before, and it obviously it just makes sense to people. But if you ask someone what health looks like in games who maybe they're like 12, 13, 14, they're less likely to say that.
Yeah.
They're likely to go, oh, well, it's it's a green health bar, or it's a big green H or something like that. Less of the Red Cross stuff and all, and that's something that they avoided it. They didn't actually get in trouble, but Lab Zero almost got in trouble because Valentine had Red Crosses because she's a nurse.
Yeah. She's a nurse. She throws syringes full of drugs. The crosses basically act like shurikens. She uses a bone saw. All the things you would expect from a nurse in a fighting game. But they've actually just announced that they're updating every frame of animation across both of their existing games, and they're redesigning her. Now that's a lot. And I would not have thought they would have needed to do this, because in the past, what they did is they changed the color from red to fuchsia. As it turns out in the Geneva Convention, Red Cross on a white background is the Red Cross.
Yep.
And you are not allowed to use that elsewhere.
And it's not just you're not allowed, it is literally illegal in certain countries. The reason they had to change it in 2014 is because they were going for a Japanese PSN release. And the publisher, it was, I can't remember, their initial publisher, I think, was CyberAgent, and they said, listen, it's fine, we'll get this out the door, we have signed off, we'll take legal responsibility if they come after us. But they moved to Marvelous, and Marvelous were like, we don't want to get in a fight with the Red Cross. Could you change that, please? And then they had to do that, not because the Red Cross attacked, like they did with, not attacked per se, but they did get in touch with someone later on. But apparently over time, they're like, yeah, we have to change this again. They haven't provided a reason, so it might just be like them kind of getting ahead of something happening.
Yeah.
But they're redesigning it again.
Yep, so here's the new character. You can see gone is the cross, and now it is a little shuriken thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Now, the same has actually happened with Prison Architect.
Yep, back in 2017.
Yeah, so the British Red Cross emailed them saying the Red Cross emblem is restricted under the Geneva Convention for the Protection of War Victims of August 12th, 1949. Unauthorized use in the United Kingdom is an offence under the Geneva Conventions Act 1957. Basically saying the reason why this is strict is that the emblem is an internationally agreed on symbol for protection during armed conflicts that's there to safeguard the wounded and sick and to allow lives to be saved in a neutral and impartial way. But why is this an issue? Well, they go on saying that if it is used for other purposes, no matter how beneficial or inconsequential they may seem, the special significance of the emblem is diminished. Yeah. So the emblem or similar designs are not general signs of ambulances, healthcare, first aid, nursing, or similar matters. Moreover, they are not signs to be used for commercial purposes like in advertising campaigns. And I suppose that's the thing. You don't really see like the medical snake in a video game health kit. And I think a lot of that's pretty simple. It's a long time ago. You have a simple texture. You need a clearly recognizable shape. Oh, Halo, Doom, Duke Nukem, Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
Now, Deus Ex probably would be a bit more okay. Overwatch, notice it's italicized.
And it's not a white background, it's got the blue and white going on, so it's technically fine. So you can use the Red Cross, you just have to be very careful to not actually have it on a white background. Which is weird to me, because I like, as much as I understand and kind of, I can see the whole, this is maybe, just a cultural thing of, oh, well, please don't use that because that stands for, whenever someone sees a Red Cross, they need to know that's somewhere they can go for treatment and safety. Same with the red crescent and a red diamond they also have. as well for whenever the Red Cross is inappropriate in certain countries, stuff like that. But I think it's like interesting that, I don't know about you, but I feel like without seeing all of this in video games, I wouldn't have seen the Red Cross and go, oh, that's a Red Cross. That's probably health. That's probably somewhere I can go if I'm, if I'm bleeding out, I can go there and be sorted. So I don't know. I think they may be barking up a little bit the wrong tree, but obviously, if the law stops people from masquerading as health as Red Cross people in war, it's probably worth it. But it's just interesting that like the games industry is this history, because you look this up and you see a lot of like indie devs and stuff and like the Unity forums and stuff like, oh shit, wait, I've got a Red Cross in my game. Oh shit, I need to fix that immediately. It's like, yeah, you're technically illegal, but you're probably not going to get, actually attacked by it. It was just, I think the Prison Architect people kind of shit themselves a bit when they got the email from the Red Cross. Like, you've broken the law. And obviously in Prison Architect, that's a bit of a place where definitely you wouldn't want that to be there. But it's interesting.
Yeah, so we know that it hit Blink-182 for an album cover. Now you've seen how it's hit video games. And I suppose if you've ever wondered why the iconic health pack from when we all grew up, why it's... I don't want to say why it's not in games, that would be because of regenerating health and other things, but why we don't get health kits like that in games? Well, actually, there you go. Same reason Blink-182 violated the Geneva Convention. And with that, hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Check out this for the next thing on our channel. We make a hell of a lot of content. Hope you found this interesting, and we'll see you next time.